They tried to silence you, chosen one, but now their silence is choking them. The very ones who threw shadows at your light are now haunted by the fact that you're still rising, still glowing, still winning. You're not imagining the tension in the air. It's real. Every glitch in their plan, every roadblock they placed for you, every trap they designed behind closed doors, has snapped back on them with precision. You were never the problem, you were the mirror. And your presence alone is exposing what their masks were hiding all along. If you've been feeling the shift, the sudden pull away from what used to feel familiar, the eerie calm before a storm of elevation, then this is for you. You're not just evolving, you're disrupting. And your evolution is triggering them. Your power doesn't shout, it moves in silence. But oh, it's loud in their reality. The chosen don't need to fight back. Existence itself rearranges in their favor. That's why you've been feeling so watched, so studied, so misunderstood. You're not paranoid, you're just powerful. And the ones who once laughed at your downfall are now rehearsing their apologies in private. Your name is being whispered in rooms full of people who never had the courage to face their own reflection. Because your success, your growth, your refusal to fold, it haunts them. Your glow is their karma. So breathe in, chosen one, lock in. This isn't a coincidence. This is retaliation from the universe for every time you stayed silent when you could have struck. Now, before we go any further, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because the deeper we go, the louder your truth becomes. And I promise you, the enemy's already feeling the heat. Before moving ahead, let me pause and speak from the heart. To every soul who supported this message through super thanks, your generosity isn't just seen, it's felt. It's not about the amount, it's about the alignment. When you give, you're not just fueling a mission. You're declaring to the unseen that you recognize the battle, you honor the light, and you're walking in it with boldness. You remind me that we're not alone. We are a remnant, chosen and rising together, even when the world misunderstands us. Now, if this message is stirring something in your spirit, if the battle you've been through suddenly makes sense in this moment, affirm your agreement. Drop 999 in the comments below, not for attention, but as a whisper to the divine. I hear it. I see it. I'm aligned. Number 1. Stop calling it coincidence. You were marked before the message even reached you. The clock isn't just ticking, it's folding in on itself. The very structure of your old reality is coming undone, not by chaos, but by cosmic precision. The veil is thinning because you're no longer meant to live in a realm that couldn't hold your frequency. Chosen one, what once held you is being dismantled for your evolution. Systems are collapsing, false narratives are breaking, and illusions that once trapped entire generations are crumbling, all because your presence has shifted the timeline. But before we unlock the rest of this transmission, allow me to pause and speak directly to those of you who have carried this message with your heart. Those who have supported this mission through super thanks. Your act is not transactional, it's transformational. It's more than a button, more than a donation. It's energy, it's spiritual agreement. It's a coded signal to the universe that you're not just watching history unfold, you're helping write it. You've proven you're not just an observer of the light, you are the light. And to those who are here, tuned in, holding space, listening with intention, your energy is felt. Your alignment is sacred. Whether you give financially or simply with focus and presence, you are contributing to this awakening in a way no algorithm can measure. So breathe and get still. Because what you're about to receive is not casual content. This is coded clarity. It's not just guidance. It's permission. Permission to rise, to move, to detach from what once defined you. The window is narrowing, not to scare you, but to awaken you to the urgency of alignment. The shift is no longer theoretical, it's in motion. The world you prayed for is on approach, not next year, not someday, but now. That quiet intention you whispered in a dark room, it's already echoing in higher realms. That vision you shelved because it felt too big, it's picking up speed, and it's hunting for your readiness. And here's the warning no one gives you. Opportunity has an expiration date when you're walking with a calling this rare. Chosen ones don't just wait for the perfect time, they become the moment. So if you're still questioning, delaying, distracting yourself, you may be missing the very thing your soul incarnated to complete. This isn't a season for spectators. This is the crossover point for those who understand that the portal doesn't stay open forever. So rise now, anchor in. The world is unraveling, but only because it's being remade for you. Number 2. Don't settle into this reality. You're being pulled out for a reason. Chosen one, if things around you feel off, they are. If the world you once trusted suddenly feels hollow, forced and heavy, that's not confusion. That's clarity arriving in disguise. You're not malfunctioning. You're being redirected. The people pulling away, the places that no longer feel like home, the sudden disinterest in what once brought you comfort. It's all proof you're outgrowing a system that was never built for your expansion. This reality was programmed to keep you compliant, small, and distracted. But you're coded for disruption. Your discomfort is not a weakness. It's your soul screaming that you're still plugged into a matrix that can't hold your frequency. And every time you try to force yourself to stay grounded in what's breaking apart, you delay your flight. You weren't chosen to adapt. You were chosen to exit. You can't settle where your spirit can't breathe. You're not supposed to blend in with a broken design. You were born to stand out and tear it down by simply being who you are. You feel the pull because you're not here to decorate the system. You're here to dismantle it. So when you feel the urge to isolate, detach, or walk away from everything you used to chase, listen, that pull is real. That shift is sacred. And if you ignore it, you may survive, but you'll never live. You're being pulled out because you're being positioned. The world you're exiting isn't your punishment. It's your cocoon. And the realm you're heading into, that's the one only 0.01% will ever even see. Don't miss the elevation trying to relive your limitation. Number 3. Quit waiting for the masses to catch on. Only the 0.01% are meant to see the signs. Chosen one, stop shrinking your power, waiting for people who were never wired to understand you. You keep trying to explain spiritual instructions to souls still stuck in survival mode. They weren't built for this level. They don't hear what you hear. They don't see what you see. And that's not your burden to carry. It's your confirmation. You've spent too long looking for reflection in the eyes of the blind, when you were always meant to lead, not blend. Let them laugh, let them mock, let them call it delusion, because when the shift hits, and it will, they'll remember every warning you gave, every moment you tried to open their eyes. But by then, it'll be too late to catch the train you were destined to board. That's the harsh reality of the chosen path. You see the signs early because you're meant to move before the crowd. The 0.01% weren't selected for popularity. They were selected for precision. So stop begging people to come with you. Stop looking back to drag the unready. Your acceleration is being delayed by attachments to those still debating the storm you already felt in your bones. You were given vision for a reason, not to prove it, but to move with it. You're not crazy. You're just early, and soon the rest will see what you were willing to walk toward while everyone else waited for proof. You saw it first because you were chosen to. Now act like it. Number 4. Stop ignoring the pressure. That countdown in your spirit is the divine clock ticking. that pressure you've been feeling lately. It's not anxiety, it's not overthinking, it's a spiritual alarm, and only the chosen ones can hear it. That tension in your chest, the racing thoughts, the sudden urge to move or shift or release. That's not chaos, that's the divine countdown whispering, time is not waiting for you to feel ready. You're not being paranoid, you're being positioned. That inner urgency is your signal. It's not asking for your permission, it's demanding your obedience. You weren't meant to stay still in a season that's already expired, and yet you're still waiting for someone to explain the thunder in your spirit. But here's the truth. The explanation is inside you. Your blueprint already knows the next step. You're not confused, you're just avoiding your own clarity. That discomfort is sacred. It's the universe compressing time, realigning your path, and forcing the detour that your higher self begged for. Chosen ones don't get endless time to decide. The window is precise. The calling is customized. The opportunity is coded. And the longer you delay, the more costly it becomes. You already know what needs to go. Who's draining your light? What's pulling you out of alignment? This is not the hour for hesitation. This is the hour for movement, calculated, silent, spiritual movement. So stop silencing the pressure with distractions. It's not there to torment you. It's there to activate you. You are running out of time, not because you're behind, but because your purpose is ahead of schedule. The divine doesn't operate on clocks. It moves by obedience. The real question is, will you? Number 5. Don't hide your fire. You were branded by frequency, not meant to blend with normal. They've tried to convince you that your intensity was too much, that your energy was too different, too deep, too much to handle. But let's be clear, you weren't created to blend into beige surroundings and nod your head at mediocrity. You were branded, not with labels, but with frequency. You carry a signal in your spirit that doesn't just shift rooms, it shatters illusions. That's why you've never fit. That's why they stared. That's why they whispered. Because normal was never your habitat. You were not designed for surface-level conversations and empty validation. You were wired for impact. Your presence alone has been enough to trigger unhealed wounds in others, and instead of celebrating your light, they tried to dim it, not because it was wrong, but because it exposed what was hiding in their shadows. That's the curse and the crown of the chosen. You don't move like the rest. You don't crave what they crave. And you don't tolerate what others tolerate. Chosen one, your fire was never supposed to be quiet. It was supposed to be unmistakable, a flare in the dark reminding others what truth feels like. So don't shrink. Don't mask your brilliance just to make others comfortable in their delusion. You were sent here to disrupt. You were never meant to blend with broken systems that worship the fake and crucify the real. Keep your flame alive, because it's not just for you. It's for every soul watching you from the shadows, silently praying you don't put it out. Number 6. Stop calling it symbolic. Your shift is real, and it's already happening. Chosen one, let's make something clear. This isn't metaphor, and it's not a cute phase. What you're going through isn't just some inner work, it's a full-blown spiritual migration. You're not just thinking differently, your frequency is being rewired. The version of you that used to shrink, explain, entertain, is dissolving, and not quietly. You're being stripped of false timelines, fake attachments, and surface-level masks on purpose. You're not breaking down, you're breaking out. The people around you can't explain what's going on with you because it's not for them to understand. It's your shift. It's sacred. It's precise. It's real. And it's happening whether they validate it or not. The conversations that used to excite you now drain you. The environments you once fit in now feel like cages. The food, the music, the energy. Your body's rejecting anything that doesn't match your ascension. Don't fight it. Don't label it. Don't call it symbolic. This is alignment in real time. You're not being dramatic, you're being activated. You're not isolating, you're being elevated. The breakdown of your old world isn't an accident, it's a divine interruption, a coded cleanse. The more you resist it, the longer you delay your emergence. This is no longer about healing wounds. This is about stepping into your assignment. So stop looking for outside confirmation. This is not a drill. This is not a test. This is the moment the prophecy wraps around your DNA and says, let's go. You don't need everyone to get it. You just need to move like it's real, because it is. Number 7. Don't mistake the isolation. It's not rejection. It's sacred separation. They'll say you changed. They'll whisper that you pulled away, became cold, distant, unreachable. But chosen one, what they call isolation, is actually insulation. You're not being punished. You're being protected. The silence that surrounds you now, it's sacred. It's surgical. The universe is peeling back every false connection, every shallow tie, every energy drain that once had access to your spirit. Not because you're alone, but because you're becoming aligned. See, you were never meant to blend in with noise that couldn't carry your frequency. The withdrawal was necessary. The quiet was ordered. Because elevation demands distance, and the altitude you're heading toward cannot afford turbulence from low-vibration passengers. That discomfort you feel, that ache from not being understood, not being invited, not being checked on, don't mistake it for rejection. It's the clearing, the cleansing, the divine rerouting. They couldn't hear you because they were never supposed to be part of this next chapter. You're being separated, not to suffer, but to prepare. Isolation is the cocoon, not the coffin. And what they don't realize is, while they're busy talking about your absence, you're undergoing transformation in silence. They lost access, not because you changed the rules, but because your frequency upgraded the entire game. You're not being left behind, you're being launched. Number 8. Stop doubting your power. The legends you admire were once misunderstood like you. Stop doubting your power. The legends you admire were once misunderstood like you. They were labeled strange, delusional, too intense, too deep. Their silence made people uncomfortable. Their vision made small minds tremble. And just like you, they weren't born to fit in. They were built to interrupt patterns, shift timelines, and disrupt the illusions that kept the world asleep. Chosen one, this isolation you feel, it's not rejection, it's protection, it's training. And the misunderstanding you keep facing, that's the same resistance every world changer endures right before the shift. Every legend had a moment when they questioned their sanity, when the calling felt too heavy and the silence from the world felt too loud. But they kept moving anyway, and that's what separates the remembered from the forgotten. They didn't need applause to activate destiny. So when you feel like nobody gets it, when your loyalty gets misread, when your energy intimidates, when people fall away because they can't figure you out, remember this: you're walking a path designed only for the chosen. You were never supposed to be understood by those still trapped in imitation. Your power doesn't need their validation, it needs your permission. Because the very ones who once mocked you will one day echo your words, but you'll be too far ahead to even hear it. Keep going. Number 9. Don't stare at the door, walk through it before divine timing locks it. Don't stare at the door, chosen one. Don't stand there analyzing every creak, every sign, every delay, while the opportunity silently prepares to close behind you. You weren't placed here to be a bystander to your own breakthrough. The energy around you isn't just urging you to move, it's daring you. That door you keep overthinking? It's time sensitive, and timing doesn't beg for permission. It opens, it shifts, then it seals. While others wait for applause, you've been given access. While they hesitate for comfort, you were wired for disruption. And here's the truth. That open door is not going to wait until you feel ready. It's aligned to divine precision, not emotional preparation. And when it locks, it's not punishment, it's redirection. But why be redirected when you were clearly chosen to walk straight through? You've asked for a sign, you've begged for confirmation, but chosen one, you are the confirmation. The dream is real, the calling is loud, and the invitation is open for now. You don't need one more delay. You don't need one more reason. You need movement, swift, sacred, obedient movement. The realm is shifting. The gate is thinning. The door is open, but only for those bold enough to walk through without looking back. Number 10. Stop asking if you're losing it. You're not crazy. You're finally becoming clear. Stop asking if you're losing your grip. You're not breaking down. You're breaking out. This confusion you're feeling, it's not insanity. It's clarity trying to push through the static of a dying system. You're not malfunctioning. The matrix around you is. Your old reality is collapsing in slow motion, and your nervous system is catching the signal before your mind can translate it. The people who once felt like home now feel distant, off, unrecognizable, because your energy has shifted dimensions, but theirs stayed parked in illusion. The things you used to crave feel hollow. The places you once found comfort now feel suffocating. You're waking up to the blueprint underneath it all, and with every layer of fog that lifts, those still trapped in delusion will say you've changed, as if that's not the whole point. You're not the unstable one. You're just finally stable in your truth. And that truth is making unstable people twitch. They see the new light in your eyes, but it makes them nervous because it reminds them they're still asleep. You don't belong in loops. You don't belong in noise. You were never meant to blend into the confusion. You were born to disrupt it. So no, chosen one, you're not crazy. You're the mirror. You're the frequency shift. And what looks like madness to the world is actually the moment your soul finally got quiet enough to hear itself. Keep going, keep shedding, because clarity always sounds like chaos to those still chained to comfort. Number 11. Don't wait to feel qualified. Obedience opens realms talent can't touch. Chosen one, the illusion has always been this, that you had to be ready, polished, educated, approved, or applauded before you could move. But the truth, none of that matters in realms built on obedience. You keep looking for the feeling, but the path was never activated by feelings. It's obedience that cracks dimensions wide open. And the ones who look the most prepared on the outside often lack the spiritual permission to enter the places you're designed to walk into barefoot, scarred, and spirit-led. You weren't called because of perfection. You were chosen because of alignment. The realm you're stepping into doesn't check resumes. It checks resonance. And right now, yours is thundering in unseen places. You were handed assignments your talent could never carry alone, and that's by design. Because the chosen aren't the most gifted, they're the most aligned. They move when others hesitate. They answer before the crowd approves. So stop shrinking just because you don't feel ready. Readiness is a spirit posture, not a checklist. You weren't sent to impress. You were sent to unlock, to shift, to release what others can't even perceive. Obedience isn't about knowing how. It's about trusting why. And the moment you stop stalling for confidence and start walking in obedience, the door that's been shut for others will swing open like it knew your name all along. Number 12. Stop asking for signs. The door is already open, but it won't wait for your doubt. Chosen one. If you're still sitting around asking for confirmation, you've already missed 3. The signs have been pouring in. The dreams, the sudden shifts, the way people are acting strange around you. That wasn't your imagination. That was your calling getting louder. The door didn't just crack open, it swung open. But the thing about divine timing is, it doesn't beg, it doesn't repeat itself, and it won't pause while you try to overthink your way into obedience. There's a moment in every chosen one's journey when the window opens, not forever, but just long enough to walk through with courage. And if you're still waiting for the skies to part and spell out your next move, you're going to miss what was already placed right in front of you. The signs were never supposed to replace your knowing. They were just meant to confirm what your spirit already felt. You don't need another message. You don't need another nudge. What you need is movement, alignment, decisiveness. The door is not going to stay open while you battle your fear. It's already moving with or without you. So stop delaying your breakthrough with hesitation dressed as caution. You are the sign. Now act like it. And as we wrap this, remember, timing doesn't wait for comfort. The door you've been praying for isn't just open, it's shifting. If you hesitate too long, it will seal behind you, not out of cruelty, but because elevation requires urgency. Chosen one, your spirit already knows what to do. Don't ask for more proof. Become the proof. If this spoke to your soul, if you feel the shift in your bones, like this video and subscribe to stay connected. And if you're walking through that door in full faith, drop 999 in the comments below. Let the universe know you're not turning back.